speeds that won't burn up your wallet. And by your Western Washington Toyota dealers. For over 30 Toyota offers, visit buyatoyota.com. And welcome back on what is turning out to be a rather lovely evening, although it's cool. The gray clouds have moved away. We've got some white fleecy clouds overhead as we get set for the middle game of this three-game series. And right now, let's check in with Angie at the Northwest Ford Sports Desk. Angie. Well, tonight here at St. Cole Field, we're playing in the wide-open spaces. As the roof has been peeled back, we get set for the middle game of this three-game series between the Mariners and the team with the best record in baseball, the Tampa Bay Rays, who are absolutely on fire on the road. They have won 10 of 11 games on the road this year, and the Mariners are asking Cliff Lee to cool them off. So let's have a look at what the Tampa Bay Rays will present in terms of a lineup for Lee this evening. Mike?
Thank you, Dave. Leading things off will be Jason Bartlett. He had last night off, back in the lineup, leading things off tonight. Crawford, Zobrist, Longoria, Pena, Upton, Burrow, Navarro, and the veteran Gabe Kapler hits ninth. Take a look at Cliff Lee. He was outstanding in his first outing. Take a look at what he did last year. 231 innings pitched for him. 181 strikeouts, a 14-win season. And the defense behind him. Langerhand's getting the start out in left field. Gutierrez in center, and Ichiro is in right. On the left side of the infield will be Lopez and Jack Wilson. On the right side, Biggins and Kochman. And Rob Johnson will do the catching tonight.
Lee last Friday night in his Mariner debut was brilliant. 7 innings of 3 hits, shutout ball, did not walk a man, and he struck out 8. So he was as sharp as you could ask, and he threw 98 pitches.
I would agree. I don't think you can be much better, especially for your first outing. You would think trying to just get your feet on the ground, but he came out throwing strikes right away, and it stayed that way the entire time he was on the field.
Jason Bartlett, who got at the beginning of last night off, he was in the game a little bit later on, the regular shortstop for the Rays, right back in the lineup again for Tampa tonight. And here we go, we are underway. And strike at the knees, kind of a signature pitch for Cliff Lee, strike 1. And that's lined into left center field for a base hit. These guys can hit. So Bartlett is aboard to start the ball game. And Carl Crawford will be the hitter.
Well, it looks like a high fastball in the middle of the plate. Jams him a little bit, but it's a line drive into left field.
3 degrees warmer than it was last night. Last night it was 48 degrees at game time. It's 51 degrees tonight, as Carl Crawford will step in. Too far inside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Last night, the ball game started off with a couple of errors, and Jason Vargas was up to it. He got out of a big jam there in the first, and that's on the inside corner. I thought Vargas pitched a heck of a ball game.
I did too. And when you talk about the Rays and the offense, one of the better offensive clubs you're going to see. And I thought Vargas did a nice job. A couple of walks hurt him, some errors behind him last night, but overall, I thought he did a fine job.
Crawford fouls it back, and a ball and 2 strikes. We will see Ryan Rowland-Smith tomorrow night before the Angels come in. And you think the Mariners are struggling. The Angels have lost again. They've lost 6 in a row. And they've got a night ball game in New York tomorrow night. In Boston, I should say, tomorrow night. Same thing as New York, really, when you consider the flight time. And then they come out here and play a night game. I just don't think that's fair. I know you pick up 3 hours. I play a night game in New York and then another night game here.
I don't think it's right at all. I think if you're going to travel across country, make it a day game.
1-2 is low and outside. Nice job by Rob Johnson.
Sometimes you'll see that night game, but you usually have a day off whenever you get to the city that you're going to, and that is not the case for the Angels. So things are going to be tough on them for the next couple of days.
Double play ball, maybe. There's one. And the quick throw to first. Not quite in time to get the fleet-footed Carl Crawford. Even the ball was hit very sharply. Crawford can really move up the line.
And it's a ground ball hit sharply to Biggins on his left. Good exchange all the way across the board. Just Carl Crawford a little too fast. Barely beats it out at first.
Ben Zobrist will be the hitter. He got the start in the outfield last night. Got the start in center field, ended up in right field, and today he is the second baseman. Very versatile ball player, takes down low ball 1.
Nice to have players on your team that you have options with, but it's a real luxury to have a guy that can play all those positions well and hit in the middle of your lineup.
And that turned over a little bit. Just up and away with it. 2-1. Left lead, 31 years of age. The tall Arkansan. And a ground ball to third. And there's one. And this time, they don't get it again. They get the fourth.
It's like Lopez gets over there in good shape, but bobbles a little bit on the exchange, has to take an extra step. The Biggins not much on it because the runner Crawford on top of him. Zobrist able to beat it out.
And here comes Mr. Longoria, who hit one out last night into the bullpen. And a 10-game hitting streak for this young superstar. 6 home runs, 19 RBIs, and a .347 batting average overall. At the knees.
We'll take a look at the home run from last night. Vargas trying to get ahead of him and throws a fastball in the middle of the plate. He's been hot coming into this series. He's not going to miss many fastballs in the middle of the plate.
Down low.
Coming into last night's game, he was hitting 450 through those 9 games to start this series. .487 over his last 10 games.
Pop up. I think he'll handle it. Is Figgins. So here in the first leadoff single, runner left at first base, Ben Zobrist. We are underway. And as we go to the bottom of the first, no score.
Will hit third tonight. Gutierrez moves down to hitting fourth, and it's Griffey, Lopez, Langerhans getting the start out in left field. He will hit seventh. Jack Wilson and Rob Johnson finish out the order. Take a look at Garza. What he's done this year, he's been really good. 35 innings pitched. Look at his ERA just over 234 strikeouts for an opponent's average just 216. And the defense behind him tonight. In the outfield will be Crawford, Upton, and Kapler. Across the infield, Longoria, Bartlett, Zobrist, and Pena. And Navarro will do the catching tonight.
So there he is out of Fresno, California. Of course, originally with the Twins and now down to Tampa Bay, where he was a winner his last outing against the Kansas City Royals. And Ichiro starts it off for the Mariners here looking for some runs and looking for some runs early. And that's down low and outside. It's been 11 games since the Mariners have scored in the first inning. Back on April the 20th, against the O's, they picked up a couple of runs here against Baltimore. And of course, the one number that begins to sting more and more as the games go by is that of home runs. 73 innings now without a home run. You don't manufacture home runs, you hit home runs.
I think what we've seen so far, the biggest difference with the Mariners from their first homestand to this one is they did such a nice job of hitting with men in scoring position. And although they didn't hit a lot of home runs, they were able to pick the runners up when they were on base, and that's been a struggle for them.
2-1. There's apparently a leather strap that has come untied out there on his glove. Ichiro, fly ball to left field. No problem for Carl Crawford. Mariners have lost 4 in a row, and in those 4 losses, they're hitting under 200, 194. Sean Figgins, the hitter now.
I think that's the one thing that really hurt in that Texas series, because you knew Tampa was coming in and their starters have pitched well. Higgins hits his ground ball to second base. And so as an offense, you struggle through that Texas series knowing that you're going to have to face these guys, and they're on a pretty good run as far as the pitching staff goes. It just doesn't get any easier for you.
So very quickly, 2 down. Casey Kochman, the hitter. Strike on the inside corner. Milton Bradley situation. Milton met with his teammates in a closed door session at 4 o'clock this afternoon and talked to them. And then after that, Jack Zierencik, the general manager, met the media. And I'm sure if you followed the story all day long, you know what the end result is. He's asking for some professional help, and the Mariners will help him get it. In the dirt. I don't know that missing.
I don't know. It looked like he spiked a slider, tried to throw it at his back foot, and the ball bounced out in front of home plate. Take another look at it, just overthrowing a breaking ball. Casey able to get out of the way. See the grimace on his face. He expected to get hit.
And a change, strike 3 called right at the knees on that big breaking ball. So an easy 1-2-3 inning for Matt Garza as we go to the second. No score. At Safeco Field, where Carlos Pena, B.J. Upton, and Pat Burrell will be the three to look at Cliff Lee here in the second inning. The defending American League home run king. He had 39 last year. Carlos Pena has 5 this year. He'll step in. He's hit 3 home runs against Cliff Lee.
Surprised that C.B. Buckner gave him timeout. Looked like Cliff was on his way and called timeout late. C.B. Buckner, the home plate umpire, gave it to him.
A strike on Pena. Trickle over toward the Mariner dugout.
A couple of fastballs inside. The Mariners have the shift on. Jack Wilson pulled around over to the right side of the infield. Cliff Lee pitching to his defense. A couple of fastballs inside.
Got him. So 1 down.
Look at this last fastball, 91 miles an hour, right on the corner. It's one of the things we saw from him in his first outing. Does a really nice job of expanding the plate, getting guys to swing pitches off the plate, making them cover a lot more room. How many times pitchers get into an area and stay there? He mixes it up.
Great pitch right there. B.J. Upton. He gets in a very quick rhythm. He comes right after you. Got him again. So quickly, the first 2 strikeout, Pena and B.J. And Pat Burrell, the hit.
You can see Rob set up inside on the inside corner, and that's where he puts it. Right on the corner.
Strike throwing machine right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Rays the second time through start to get a little more aggressive. He's throwing first pitch strikes, getting a pretty good part of the plate.
And toward the hole and off the glove. Will sit on into left field. The Langerhans will pick it up. So Burrell has himself a hit.
He just finds a hole over on the left side. Jack going over, trying to slide over and cut it off. He does it because he can pop up quickly, stop his momentum, and make a good throw to first. Just didn't quite get there.
And D.N.R. Navarro, the switch hitting catcher, the hitter. For his first hit ever against Cliff Lee's 0 for 10. To the right side, and an easy play for Figgy, and an easy second inning for Cliff Lee. A hit, a man left. We go to the bottom of the second, and there is no score. Well, that's good news about Dustin Ackley because he was really struggling this year. Maybe he's beginning to find his stroke as Franklin Gutierrez will lead it off here in the second inning for the Mariners. No score here. Slow breaking ball for a strike. The one kid at Double A that's opening a lot of eyes is their quick first baseman, Carlos Figueroa. He's hit 10 home runs already.
We saw some of that power when we were in spring training. He's not hitting wall scrapers either, though. He can hit them a long ways.
Garza's curveball right on the outside corner.
.69 miles an hour. He's crossing home plate. Franklin had a good night last night with 3 for 4 in the game. He's had good success against Garza, 4 for 8.
His last hit in that 9th inning, I think, was a surprise to him. He didn't know where the ball was. It was a line drive to right field.
Stood at home plate for half a second looking around, wondering where it went. It looked like he was looking right at it, but apparently he didn't see it and finally ran.
And another breaking ball, this time in the dirt. First base umpire Doug Eddings said no, he didn't go.
I'll take a look at the check swing by Franklin. I think he held up.
Full count. Pretty good smoke, too. 96 miles an hour. 69 mile an hour breaking ball.
He can take something off of his fastball and sink it. The guys try to hit it on the ground.
High pop up. Back into the stands. Off the first base side. Ryan Rowan Smith will get the call tomorrow night against Jeff Neiman.
Back-to-back fastballs at 96 miles an hour.
Another fastball. 95.
The last fastball inside. Franklin just trying to protect. Starting him off with a couple of slow breaking balls. Fastball jumping on him a little bit. That 7th pitch right on the inside corner.
And a breaking ball right off the chest. Barton, but he stays with it, goes to get it, and throws him out. Good play by Jason Bartlett. Franklin Gutierrez. You saw him hit that shot. Franklin Gutierrez poster night set for this Saturday. All kids 14 and under taking home a poster of the Mariners center fielder thanks to Pepsi. Plus, you'll see the Mariners and Angels square off. So get your tickets to Franklin Gutierrez poster night at Mariners.com. And here comes Junior. Strike to him. Matt Garza comes from a military family. As a matter of fact, his dad is a major sergeant, and he is in Afghanistan right now on a tour of duty. And that's outside. At least he was as of when the season started. High fly ball to right field. And still on the grass out there. It's Gabe Kapler making the catch. Past the hitter. On the outside corner. Outside that time.
He really takes a lot off of his breaking ball. I don't remember him doing that. I thought he threw the breaking ball a little bit harder. See the amount of break on it. 15 inches of vertical break. Sweeping breaking ball.
Three balls in a strike. Slowly down the third base line, and an outstanding play by Mr. Longoria to throw him out. So Lopez is gone. The Mariners are retired in order the first two innings, and we go to the third, still no score. The third inning for Tampa Bay against Cliff Lee. 1-0 to count on him. Kapler, and then back to the top of the order for Bartlett and Carl Crawford. Not too many soft spots in this lineup for a pitcher. 1-1.
Really keeps the ball down, doesn't he?
Well, you have to love his stuff, don't you? And he comes right back after you. And he gets you. Just like that. So 3 strikeouts. And time for our AT&T trivia question. And here it is. Which road trip is the longest by car? Seattle to St. Petersburg, Seattle to Miami, Seattle to Boston, or San Diego to Boston? You can text your answers. A, Seattle to St. Pete. B, Seattle to Miami. C, Seattle to Boston. Or D, San Diego to Boston. 95353. That's 95353. Longest by car. What do you think, Mike?
I will go with the drive that I made a few times, which is Seattle to Miami.
You know, I think you're right. I would imagine that San Diego to Boston would be close to it. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes, but St. Pete, of course, is north of Miami.
Right.
Seattle to Boston is just a straight line across the north. So that wouldn't figure. I'm going to say Seattle, Miami.
I think it is.
How long did it take you to do it?
Oh. If I remember, I had a buddy of mine that I went to school with, and he used to jump in the car with me when I was going to spring training in West Palm Beach.
Right.
I think it was like 54 hours.
Straight drive?
Yep. Stop for gas.
That's when it was a quarter a gallon, though.
Gosh, I wish. Yeah, we would take turns.
Two, swing and a miss. So he's on a strikeout here. It's already 4.
And I thought that at bat was pretty interesting. Second time through, he decides to go with his changeup. He has a good one. Again, well located, down in the zone. Bartlett swings right over the top of it. So first time through, a lot of fastballs. Now, who knows? Mixing it up a little bit and showing his changeup.
Crawford, a ground ball back up the middle underneath the second baseman Figgins. So the pattern remains the same. A base hit an inning so far for Tampa Bay.
And this one not hit hard, just a routine ground ball that finds a hole up the middle.
And Zobrist will be the hitter.
How'd you work your way out west from New York when you were working in New York and ended up going to Anaheim?
Flew.
You flew?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Strike to the knees. 1-1. He keeps the pressure on you by throwing strikes. That's what you love about him.
There you go. 39 pitches, 30 of them for strikes, just 9 balls.
One and two on Zobrist. Too high. And a fly ball to center field. And Gutierrez going back. He's got the room. And will drift onto the warning track to take care of it for out number 3. So a hit, a man left. Same story as the first 2 innings. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. There is no score. Well, there's Ryan Langerhans now. He's going to be getting quite a bit of playing time, leading it off. He went 1 for 2 last night as he replaced Milton Bradley, and the Garza pitch misses down low to him. Ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes on Langerhans. No score here in the 3rd. High pop up. B.J. Upton, no problem with that. So that's 7 in a row. Which road trip is the longest by car? You said Seattle to Miami. The fans, 58%. And the answer is Seattle to Miami. There it is. We were right, Mike. 3,310 miles by car from the Emerald City to the swing palms of Miami. 3,310 miles. 54 hours, you said.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
Is that beating across the back pretty good?
Yes.
No tickets.
1. Texas got me.
Did it? 1 strike on Jack Wilson. Bunt down the third baseline. Garza bare hands, and his throw not in time. So maybe things will start with a little bunt here. Mariners have their first base hit, their first base run.
Take a look at it. The ball ends up going in the air a little bit when it hit it. Checked up on Garza and spun away from him. Didn't get much on the throw. See the ball rolling towards the line. It's hustled by Jack.
Bobby Johnson, the hitter now. throws on deck. Too high. Now, if you're Rob, be picky. Do some zone hitting here.
Let's see if we can get a fastball out over the plate and hit it hard. Good count for hit and run. The game in motion. Sometimes pitchers, they certainly don't want to go to a 3-1 count. You get a decent pitch to hit.
And there he goes, and a pitch swung on him, a ground ball to short. By sending the runner, of course, they stay out of the double play. And Jason Bartlett throws out Rob Johnson. 2 away. Mariners have a runner in scoring position for Ichiro, and a look at the Mariners calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Tampa Bay here tomorrow night. And then the Angels for their first visit of the year here. The Mariners take off on the road to the East Coast, Baltimore and Tampa Bay. And from Tampa Bay, they'll end up the road trip in Oakland. Already their second trip to Oakland. Ichiro now with a chance to get the Mariners on the board here. One.
Usually see defenses shade Ichiro to left field a little bit more, but it looks like Tampa pretty much playing him straight up. Carl Crawford playing a little bit deeper than most left fielders against Ichiro, but he can close in a hurry.
Waiting for Ichiro. Ichiro, 364 hitter against Matt Garza.
Garza walking around. I don't think he was happy with himself on that last pitch. It was a changeup, and he left it up. I'm sure he just wanted to bury that pitch, see if he could get Ichiro to chase it.
Turned out to be a lovely evening here in the Northwest. Big curve. It's going to be an easy trickler foul over on the grass.
Looks like Garza lost his balance a little bit, just spun around on the mound after he threw that last pitch. It was a fastball, but ended up with his back to home plate.
Way high and outside. See if he challenges him here with a fastball.
Well, he hasn't tried to pitch inside at all to him. Everything's been off the plate away. He doesn't appear to be in a big hurry to throw him another strike.
Doesn't appear to be in a big hurry to throw him anything.
Right.
It's Jack Wilson. And a breaking ball swung on and hit to third. And Longoria will throw him out. High throw, but right there's Payne to pull it down. And the third yields another 0. We go to the fourth. There is no score.
Very much. No cheers at the top of their game right now. Matt Garza and Cliff Lee. Cliff Lee working so fast, and it's really remarkable to watch this guy be so successful at the way he works.
Well, I think the big thing with him, as we talked about earlier, is strike one the first time through,
Yep.
throwing a lot of fastballs. Now, as you see with the breaking ball there, mixing in his changeup a little bit more. So he's changed as the lineup goes through again. And then on the flip side, you have Garza, who's throwing everything right from the get-go, and obviously works at a different pace.
Totally. Totally. Had a chance to catch up with Rick Adair, the pitching coach. Here's a ground ball to Figgins. One out, and that's a big out getting Longoria. And I said, what are you learning? Not to mention the kids, but what are you learning from watching a guy like Cliff Lee work? And he narrowed it down 2 key words: purpose and execution. I mean, he's pounding that zone just like Shields did last night. Boys, I'm throwing the ball low in the zone for strikes. You better be able to deal with it. And that's the way this guy works.
Well,
Doc Halladay works like that.
And I think the other thing is it keeps your defense involved. You know, he's catching it and throwing it, not walking around a whole lot. Speaking of defense, Josh Wilson in the game for Jack Wilson, so we'll try to find out what happened to him after he laid down a successful bunt. He came off the field. I don't know if he was hobbling a little bit or not, but Josh is in the game now.
Well, hopefully he did not have the same thing that happened to Joe Mauer. MVP would have had this play just right. Right up the middle for Pena, 2 outs. Where Joe Mauer bruised his heel. I believe it was on his right foot. Yeah, and there's no time. You know, it's an indeterminate amount of time that it's going to take for it to heal. And when Gardenhire says, hey, man, we're looking at week to week, not day to day, that's not good.
Well, they're painful for one, and any little misstep, you can aggravate it. So put them in a boot or whatever you have to do. But you're right; those can linger, cause you problems for a while.
B.J. Upton, swing and a miss. I want to thank all the kids and the teachers and the principals at Beverly Park Elementary School. A lot of fun today, Mariners Education Day. See all the beautiful kids. We had Brandon League, David Ardsma, Ian Snell, Jose Lopez, Ty Van Berkelio, and yours truly. And Lope spoke to the kids. About 40% of the children in that school speak Spanish, and Lope spoke to them for a few minutes in Spanish. It was great. We were originally only going to do, he was going to do the Jose Lopez 2-book challenge. And just sort of like tell the kids, yeah, you do it. But then we found that so many kids spoke Spanish. We said, hey, say a few words. He was outstanding. Ball and 2 strikes. Cliff Lee pitching to B.J. Upton. 2 outs here in the 4th.
The other thing with Cliff is his fastball. I think it's a little bit deceptive on the hitters. You see him throw by a lot of guys at 92, 93 miles an hour.
Center field and Gutierrez. One center fielder flying out to another. A 1-2-3 inning in the 4th. 4 straight retired by Cliff Lee. Zeros up the board here at Safeco. Milton Bradley. And here's our Geico quote for today, General Manager Jack Zarensik.
Therefore, Milton has asked us if we could be of assistance to him, if there's any way that we as an organization can help him get through this period of time. And as a member of this organization, and certainly representative of the baseball end of it, we will do everything we can to help Milton. We firmly believe that it's important that we manage people first. Certainly we're about winning baseball games. We're about trying to put the best product on the field. But most important is the employees that work for us in this organization.
Jack Zarensik talking about Milton Bradley. Ball club not addressing what happened in the game last night when he left the game, but this morning the timeline that Jack and Walk were having a conversation. Milton Bradley called. And Milton said he's on his way in. This was today, Education Day. Here's the 0-1 to Figgins for strike. Milton came in. They met for 20 to 25 minutes. Milton went to the Education Day. He talked about when he spoke at his school, the reports I got from Craig Griffey Jr. and a few other people said he was, Milton Bradley, brilliant in speaking and moving, speaking to the kids. And then they had another meeting after they got back. And Jack Zarincic, some of the quotes. Let's say Milton's reaction. He said his reaction to the request being accepted, he was emotional about it. He embraced us. He has confidence in us. So Milton asked for some help. Ball club's going to help him out. Still going to be on the active roster, at least for the time being. So basically, Mariners playing with just 24 guys. Might be available. Don Wakamatsu later said that he might be available if circumstance arise, but just soon keep him idle for a period of time here. Matt Garza has held the Mariners to 1 hit. One and 2 to Figgins, leading off the 4th. Tapper to Matt. 1 out. This Friday, Felix takes the mound for the Mariners, and the Angels visit for a 3-game AL West showdown. Plus, it's Griffey bobblehead night. First 30,000 fans pick up a bobblehead featuring his 1995 game-winning slide into home plate after Edgar's famous double. Thanks to UW Medicine and FSN. Get your tickets. Get them right now. Mariners.com/bobble. 1 out in the 4th, Casey Kotchman. Mariners entered tonight trying to end a 4-game losing streak. In those 4 games, there's a base hit for Kotchman into the corner. Could be and should be extra bases. Taking a turn, tracking it down is Kapler. And Casey Kotchman in with a 1-out double. Casey Kotchman, team best 8th 2-bagger of the season.
Gets an off-speed pitch that's 86 miles an hour, out in front of it a little bit, but able to keep his hands back long enough to hit this ball hard into the corner.
Mariners entered tonight hitting just a .194, scoring 6 runs. It's 4 consecutive losses. Here's Franklin Gutierrez. He's the last Mariner to hit a home run. That was 76 and a 3rd innings ago, 10 days ago on a Sunday. April 25th, 4th inning, 1-1 pitch off of John Danks in Chicago. Down low. And Kotchman doubled the 2nd hit. Jack Wilson, a bunt that checked up beautifully in the 3rd inning with 1 out. He was aboard, and evidently he must have been hurt on that play because Josh Wilson came in after that half inning.
We're talking about Garza coming into the game off to a really nice start. ERA just over 2, but it looks like he really wants to go to his breaking ball and his off-speed pitches when he gets men in scoring position.
Look out.
Really good shape with his pitch count, no issue there.
Kotchman aboard with a 1-out double. How tough a go has it been for the Mariners? Last night they got 1 run on the infield out, and the other run came on a wild pitch.
Fans getting a little upset. Garza wandering around the mound.
Hey pal, you're pitching this game here in this ballpark.
Another breaking ball in the dirt.
Kotchman at 2nd with 1 down. Matt Garza, born in Selma, California, lives in Fresno. He's of Mexican descent. It's his 2nd start ever on Cinco de Mayo. Beat the Orioles last year 6-3 at home.
And another breaking ball off the plate away.
Well, he is direct opposite as Ken Griffey Jr. on deck of Lee.
Yeah.
As a fielder, you get antsy when a guy, all of a sudden he shifts down.
Either get antsy or go to sleep. And that's when the guys start having problems out there. You end up flat-footed.
Fly ball, right field, going back. Kapler going to watch it. Sail out of here! Home run, Gutierrez! The Mariners take a 2-0 lead. First home run since Sunday, April 25th, fourth inning at Chicago. Who hit it then? Franklin Gutierrez. For Gutierrez's third RBI's third home run, RBI's 15 and 16. Heck of a job.
Well, and Garza misses with a bunch of breaking balls, gets into a good count, a 3-1 count, gets a fastball right in the middle of the plate, hits it hard out to right field. Showing some really good power going opposite way on a cool night here in Seattle. Kapler going back, it'll bounce off the fence out there for a home run.
The Mariners, big hit, runner in scoring position. They get two. Junior drives one in the gap. Deep right center field. That's one hop over the fence for a ground rule double. Junior's last time up, he hit one off the end of the bat. Hit it to deep right field for a fly out. But this time he gaps one for a ground rule double.
And Junior looks like he gets a fastball down in the zone, just drops the barrel right on it, hits it hard out into the gap in right center field. Bounce over the fence and a ground rule double.
See if Jose Lopez can keep things going. Strike one to Jose. Longoria took a base hit away from him back in the second inning. One and one. Good pitch. Ball and two strikes. Griffey takes his lead, 1-2 to Lopez, way outside. Two and two to Lopez. Langerhans on deck. That'll move the runner up to third. Bartlett throws out Lopez, 2 down. Let's check in with Angie Mentink at the Northwest Sports Desk. We're going to see Dusty Baker's Cincinnati Reds when interleague play starts. We'll see them here at Safeco on the 18th of June, a weekend series. Ball one to Langerhans, who flew out to left in his first at bat. Check swing, but it's in there for strike. 1-1. Mariners with a 2-0 lead. Chance for Langerhans to add to it here. Off the end of the bat. It's like the old Garrett Morris Saturday night live routine. And for those of you hard of hearing, the Mariners lead 2-0.
Nothing that says you can't add on to that, right?
Amen.
Langerhans gets a base hit.
Two and two. Franklin Gutierrez ends a string of 76 in the third innings. Not a home run for the Mariners. He was the last Mariner to do it in Chicago, April 25th. Ken Griffey Jr. with that double ties Rafael Palmeiro, 6th all-time in extra base hits, 1,192. And third base umpire Kerwin Danley says Langerhans did commit. He's gone, inning over. But the Mariners take the lead. A Franklin Gutierrez 2-run homer. And it's 2-0 Seattle. Baseball, People Magazine, and the Mariners. They're looking for individuals who make a difference in our community. 30 everyday All-Stars will be honored at the 2010 All-Star Game in Anaheim. To nominate, go to peopleallstars.com. Cliff Lee got some runs to work with. 2-0 lead. He'll face the bottom third of the order. Pat Burrell to lead it off. Cliff made his Mariner debut on Friday against Texas. There's a strike. 7 scoreless innings, 3 hits, didn't walk anybody, struck out 8. Got it done in 98 pitches. 1-2. Strike 3. Burrell's gone. Strikeout number 5. One down here in the 5th. First strikeout looking tonight.
I'll tell you, just fastballs. He's just pumping fastballs in there, and Burrell never swings the bat. Takes 4 fastballs, 3 of them for strikes. He just goes right after you, doesn't he?
I like it. And
why not?
Rick Adair said that Ryan Roland Smith came up to Rick 4th inning the other day on Friday. He says, "Can you believe this guy, what he's doing?" He says, "Well, that's how you get it done." See Ryan Roland Smith try to see what he learns from watching Cliff Lee twice.
Well, I think it'd have to help him.
Absolutely. It was just marvelous. It's one by Lopez, base hit down the line. Navarro, the catcher, Could be interesting. Throw by Langerhans, not in time. So a double for Navarro, who had a base hit last night and had a run scored.
And Navarro, paying attention, goes up swinging. Nice play by Langerhans.
One out, one on for Gabe Kapler. Kapler struck out on a 1-2 pitch. Was overmatched back in the third. Figgins can't get it. Here's Navarro, and he's going to score, and it's a 2-1 ball game. RBI for Gabe Kapler, his 5th.
And Kapler being aggressive. So Navarro and Kapler coming out swinging. This is a fastball inside, little inside out swing. Slices a line drive into right.
Top of the order now, Jason Bartlett. 1 for 2 tonight. Strike one to Jason. He and Matt Garza came over from Minnesota, along with Eduardo Moreland, Delman Young, Brendan Harris, and Jason Purdy back in November of 07. Crew Chief Dana DeMuth going in to check with CB Buckner. Rob Nodine, assistant trainer for the Mariners, checking him out.
I didn't see him get hit with anything. I wonder if maybe he pulled a muscle, hurt his back or something, because I didn't see him get hit with the ball.
And it's cold tonight too. If you pulled a muscle, it's not real easy to shake off this evening.
All right, Dave, here's your chance. Run down and get that gear on.
It's okay.
Stand back there for a few innings.
Woo-wee. Looks like he's smiling. That's a good sign. Looks like yeah. T1 Mariners top the 5th. Take a look at how CB Buckner reacts here. Catches, twist, and something went. Something in his hip, maybe.
Popped the groin, maybe.
Yeah. He will soldier on. Picked a heck of a night to get stiff. It's about 45 degrees if it's that much.
Yeah, it did look like when he was turning to call the strike. Pop something.
Line drive left field, base hit off the bat of Bartlett. Digging hard for third is Kapler. Digging it out is Langerhans. Are going to wave him in. Here's a throw from Josh Wilson, out of time, and nobody covering third as the ball was cut off. And Tampa Bay has tied the score 2-2. They would have had a chance. Figgins is the secondary relay guy. He's not covering third.
He actually went down to a knee because of the relay. He didn't want to get hit in the head.
Exactly.
Take another look at it. Gets down in the corner. Langerhans cuts it off. Has a little bit of an issue. Makes a good throw to the cutoff man. Kapler running the whole way.
So a double goes to third on the throw to Bartlett. 2-2 ball game. Strike one to Carl Crawford. RBI for Bartlett, his 17th.
Mariners have their infield in. One out, trying to cut the runner off. Crawford 1 for 2. He's hit the ball on the ground both times. His hit was a base hit up the middle.
Tampa Bay has rallied immediately after the Gutierrez 2-run homer. Kochman holds the runner and waits for Carl Crawford. Boy, did he have to slam on the brakes. 1 out. Check that. 2 outs, my bet. 2 outs. Heck of a play there. Keep the play in front of you. Hold that runner at third.
Good idea. Let Carl come to you. You don't want to have to chase him. He's solid over there, isn't he? Casey does such a nice job. And even that, it's not the easiest play, but he just smothers it, makes it look easy.
Textbook the way he did the tag, too. Ball in the hand, put it in the glove, and there's no chance he could get it knocked out of his hands. Ben Zobrist 0 for 2. Three hits this inning, couple of runs here for Tampa Bay. Cliff Lee, fast worker. Has not walked anybody, did not walk anybody Friday night against Texas. 1-2 to Zobrist with Longoria on deck. C.B. Buckner did not take the help.
Like Rob Johnson tried to steal a strike for him. The pitch clearly off the plate away, but Rob did a nice job of catching it. Trying to hold it on the corner. See if he could trick CB into calling it.
Two and two. Rob Johnson going out to talk to Cliff Lee.
.68 pitches, 51 strikes, just 17 balls.
Similar to his ratio last time on Friday night. 98 pitches, 73 for strikes. The 2-2. Hit on the ground to Josh Wilson. Josh throws across, inning over. A good one for Tampa Bay, though. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, leave a man, and tie the score 2-2. Thank you, Luis Valbuena, former Mariner, and we saw plenty of Adam Lind last year up in Toronto. That kid had a great year. Second baseman for Blue Jays. 8-9-1 here in the 5th against Matt Garza. Josh Wilson, who took over in the 4th inning for Jack Wilson. Josh will lead it off his first at bat here in 2010. Called up a couple of days ago. Swinging the bat really well down in AAA Tacoma. Leading the league in doubles, the Pacific Coast League.
The Rays tested him right away out at shortstop too, didn't they?
Sure did.
The way it works. A couple of plays.
Same thing last night. Langerhans came in the game. I think the first batter, ball came right to him. Josh called up. Matsui Asasopo was optioned out to Tacoma. Josh was hitting .333. He had 11 doubles leading the PCL. And he had a very good spring. 12 for 40, hit an even .300. On back second baseman Zobrist, and he's there. Josh from Olympia.
Yeah.
Gets it done tonight. Rally fries.
Well, after the Rays came back and tied the game up, see if we can get the guys some runs. I like the colors.
Let it all hang out. One out, Rob Johnson. Second time up, grounded out the shortstop. Mariners got on the board last inning in the 4th. Gutierrez 3-1 pitch. Homered to deep right center field. Then Tampa Bay comes right back in the top of this inning. Tied at 2-2. Second time Bartlett's thrown out Rob Johnson. 2 outs. Seattle Mariners baseball on FSN is brought to you by AT&T. Find out what's possible with the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, rethink possible. By Washington Federal, invested here. And by MoneyTree, apply for a MoneyTree payday loan at MoneyTreeInc.com and take out a loan without leaving your house. That's MoneyTreeInc.com. Cinco de Mayo here in Seattle. Celebrating the Mexican win over the French back in 1862. Battle of Puebla. Going 2 to Ichiro, who's 0 for 2 tonight.
Might have been the best changeup we've seen from Garza so far. There's a fastball in there at 95 miles an hour and backs off 88 mile an hour changeup.
Strikes out Ichiro, 1-2-3. Same for the Mariners. They go 1-2-3 in the 5th in a 2-2 game. Official beer of the thirst inning. Let's check out the crowd. The Budweiser thirst inning and see who's enjoying the game. Cold one on a cold night. 2-2 ball game. Top of the sixth, middle game of a 3-game series with the Tampa Bay Rays. They own the best record in the major leagues, best start in club history, and the best road record in the big leagues at 10-1. One of the hottest hitters in the game right now, Evan Longoria. 0 for 2 tonight. Third in batting, first in runs, fifth in on-base percentage.
10-game hitting streak going on right now. Scored some runs, 25 runs scored for him, but in that streak was hitting over 480.
What about that? Rain Core leaders of the game. Center field for Gutierrez. Cliff Lee in the fifth inning had burled a strikeout look and gave up a double to Navarro down the line to left field. Kapler, RBI single, and then Bartlett, an RBI double that tied it at 2-2. Carlos Pena, the first baseman, batting out of the 5-hole. In your picture of perseverance, started out with Texas, went to Oakland, Detroit, Boston, and he has been a very strong performer the last 3 years. Tampa Bay. Up high. How about his last 3 years? 07, he had 46 homers, 121 runs batted in, 31 and 102, and last year 39 and 100. 323 runs he's accounted for. Hit hard, foul ball. That's what he's put up in the bulk of that in the last 3 years. He did have a good year with Detroit back in 04, 27 and 82. These last 3 years have really put him on the map.
He looks like he just wants to stay on the fastball the whole time.
Bad, 116 home runs the last 3 years. Entering this campaign, he's got 5 already. Hits it right into the shift. Josh Wilson throws him out. Take a look at the Cabot Woodstains legendary moment. On this date in 1978, Peter Edward Rose singled versus Montreal's Steve Rogers for career hit number 3,000. And Pete would go on to add another 1,256 to that total. The hit king. Check swing by Upton, strike one. Upton upset with himself with that check swing for a strike. AJ 0 for 2. Off of Cliff Lee's glove. Here comes Josh Wilson. Had to hurry. Got him. Nice play. 1, 2, 3, 6. That play score at 1-6-3. Retiring B.J. Upton. 2-2 is the score here at Safeco. Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Now that's a cutie right there. Our Home Depot doing more on defense. Take a look at this last play. Cliff Lee, he showed in the World Series in the playoffs last year. He's a terrific defender, and he made that play helped make that play for Josh Wilson. Remember that play was in the World Series, that nonchalant little comebacker? Like a bullet. I got this. Don't worry.
That was a nice play by Josh. You know, coming into the game for Jack. Being aware that Upton was running, first of all. You have to know what the hitters are doing and how fast they can run. He knew he had to get rid of it in a hurry. A nice accurate throw to first.
Jack Wilson left the game tightness in his right hamstring.
Yeah, hopefully they were able to get to it before get any real damage.
Josh Wilson on the left. Ryan Langerhans on your right is called up after Sunday's game. Figgins, couple infield outs. There's a strike. Mariners 2 runs come in the 4th inning. Franklin Gutierrez, 2-run shot to right center. Swing and a miss, and Figgins is done. 4th strikeout for Garza. Good looking staff Tampa Bay has. Garza 4-1. Saw what Shields did last night to go to 4-0, take his ERA down to 3.15. The youngster David Price is 3-1. Casey Kochman got the Mariners' first hit. That was in the 4th inning and scored on the Goody home run. It's a double to right for Casey.
Looked like he hit that double down into the corner on a changeup. Nice count now, 2-0. So we get a fastball.
Missed away. Take a look at our Quest High Speed pitch, brought to you by Quest High Speed Internet. Good numbers in the 90s for both starters. I don't remember Garza being.
Neither do I. Deliberate, really slow.
Talking to Jim Hickey, their pitching coach. So he's an emotional guy. He's learned how to channel it. Fastball, curve, slider, change, all legit. Likes to use that changeup. We've seen enough of that tonight.
There's no denying the success he's had so far early in the season. 4-0 with an ERA of 2.
Pena gobbles that up. Well hit off the bat of Kochman. 2 down. I'll bring up Goody. Last time up, 4th inning, 3-1 pitch, 2-run homer to right center. That ended a string for the Mariners, a 76 and a 3rd inning drought without a home run. That takes you all the way back to Sunday, April 25th, when Gutierrez went yard on John Danks in a 1-1 pitch in Chicago. Ten days ago. Garza does something like what Ryan Dempster of the Cubs does right before he's getting ready to pitch. He's moving that glove around to get his grip on it.
Yeah, not quite as much as Dempster.
But Dempster does his in the windup. He does it as he's about to go into the windup.
He'll do it when he's in the stretch, too.
Right there, that little move there. Not about Dempster, though. His is moving the entire time,
yeah,
right?
It is. Yeah, it's going all over the place.
As a hitter, that's got to mess you up a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit, right?
I'm not sure why they would do that. Guess you get into a habit or things start working well for you, so just stay with it.
Throw it and duck right by his cap. But Zobrist will throw out Gutierrez on 1, 2, 3, 6. That is 3, 6, 7, 8 in a row retired by Garza in this 2-2 ball game. The Hammer Time pants. Can't touch this. Kochman going over to take a look and makes the play. Pearl's retired. That is 6 in a row retired by Cliff Lee. 5 strikeouts, hasn't walked anybody. Went 7 innings without a walk Friday against Texas.
Navarro and Kapler, who's on deck, are the two that scored the runs. They were very aggressive their second time up. See what Cliff Lee decides to do this time.
And they saw Cliff just pounding out first pitch strikes. Boys, we may not get too many more. Anything better than the first one, better go get it.
Well, I think that's exactly right. You know, sometimes throwing all those strikes will hurt you. More times than not, you'll benefit from it. As good as Cliff is, I don't think we expected him to have a 0.00 ERA. Every now and then he's going to show that he's human.
0-2 strikes. Navarro out of Caracas, Venezuela, lives in Riverview, Florida. The 1-2. Josh Wilson throws him out. 2 down here in the 7th. Time now for a Coors Light Freeze Can. Back here at Safeco Field. Cliff Lee throwing to Gabe Kapler. Kapler with an RBI single to right last time up, 1 for 2. Gabe in his 10th year in the bigs. Detroit, Texas, Colorado, Boston, Milwaukee, and now Tampa Bay, second year. 0-2. A little flinching going on in there.
Pretty good pitch. Look at the tracer right there at the bottom of the strike zone.
One, two. Popped up. Kotzman taking charge, and Cliff Lee throws another strong 7 innings for the Mariners, and this is second start. He's got a 2-2 ball game. Griffey, Lopez, and Langerhans coming up. Bartell Drugs is celebrating their 120th anniversary with a big sale. Great prices on products you use every day. Locally owned, serving Puget Sound's neighbors with exceptional service for 120 years. That's just been the Bartell way. Along with Mike Blowers and our FSN crew, Dave Sims here. 2-2 ball game in the bottom of the 7th. Cliff Lee, second time he's got into the 7th inning. It's a really good ball game. Had a 2-0 lead, gave it right back, and since then has shut down Tampa Bay last couple of innings. See if the Mariners can get him some more runs. Griffey, Lopez, and Langerhans here in the 7th. Junior with a ground rule double to right center field last time up. 1 for 2. Ball 1 to Ken Griffey Jr.
It's interesting that the Rays put on the shift, and early in the game they have Longoria playing out towards short, but now that it's late in the game, he plays straight up at third, with the shortstop moved way over on the other side of second base.
1-1 to Junior.
Now I move back out to where shortstop is at. Just a little worried about him dropping down a bunt. Junior has shown that bunt a couple of different times so far in the series, has not done it, but it definitely made them think about him a little bit.
Fly ball right field. Kepler. Couple steps, 1 out. This Sunday, celebrate Mother's Day here at Safeco Field. First 10,000 women receive a Mother's Day magnetic photo frame. It's perfect for your favorite picture from the ballpark. For tickets, visit the Mariners at mariners.com as the Mariners host the Angels on Sunday. Jose Lopez trying to get going. He's 0 for 2 tonight. 3 for his last 20. Big slow curveball, strike 1. Nine in a row retired by Matt Garza. Garza has his own speed at working. It's 180 from what Cliff Lee does. Cliff Lee's ready to rock. He gets the ball. I got the sign. Let's do it. The 0-2. Good pitch. Strikeout number 5 for Matt Garza. He has not walked anybody. Both these guys dealing in terms of, hey, you're going to have to hit your way on.
That's a well-located slider. Starts in the strike zone, just dives out, down and away. Lopez can't lay off of it. Garza really hasn't had to work real hard in any of the innings. Back in the 4th, and the Mariners scored a couple of runs through 22 pitches. But other than that, done a pretty good job of getting in and off the field.
Here's Langer, hands 0 for 2. Flied out to left and struck out. Straight away, not too deep is how Tampa Bay plays Langer hands. Langer hands had that great month of July last year, a couple of game-winning home runs, 2 in 17 days.
It looked like he tried to hit one right there at a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Langer hands turns it loose, comes up empty.
Two balls, one strike. Two out, nobody on. So 3-1 count. It's only, by my count, the third 3-ball count run by Garza tonight. Langer hands is aboard. That's the first walk of the evening. Hey fans, ride and save on Sound Transit Sounder Train. For more information on schedules and routes, visit soundtransit.org. Josh Wilson, his second at bat, popped out to the second baseman. Back in the 5th, took over for Jack Wilson. Had to leave the game with tightness in his right hamstring. That was back top of the 4th. In there for a strike. Josh out of Pittsburgh, huge. He and Langerhans, two really big college hoop fans. Langerhans roots for his Texas Longhorns, and Josh roots for his Pittsburgh Panthers. Strike 2. Josh with Arizona, San Diego, and the Mariners last year.
Well, he has his work cut out for him now, but one of the things we saw from him last year is he can hit a fastball. Garza has a good one, probably averaging around 95 miles an hour. He can work his way back into this count, get a fastball to hit.
Langerhand's going to take off, and Navarro can't come up with the throw. He bobbled it, and taking second is Langerhans on a wild pitch.
That is heads-up baseball by Langerhans. To do this, you have to anticipate the ball being in the dirt. Navarro does a nice job of blocking it, keeping the ball out in front of him. But as soon as Langerhans sees that one going in the dirt, he takes off, gets himself down into scoring position. Navarro upset that he didn't pick it up cleanly but I'm not sure he would have had a play on Langerhans anyways. Nice play. And watch Ryan take off right away, and he comes up and drops it. Nice play.
0-2 strikes to Josh Wilson. In the dirt, blocked by Navarro. 2-2. Josh Wilson last year hit 3 home runs for the Mariners. He's got 5 in his big league career.
Right now they'll just take a base hit in the outfield grass somewhere.
A lot of room too. Big gap left center field. Upton does fly though. He's got a great arm. So does Crawford. Goes the other way. Zobrist straightens up, throws him out. Just got him. Nice play by Ben Zobrist. 7 in the books. A 2-2 ball game.
Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. The tracer system uses 3 cameras to track every pitch. Graphical enhancements have been added to the EQC tracer this season to give you more information and insight into the game.
Scores tied at 2 here at Safeco Field. Middle game of a 3-game set with Tampa Bay. Cliff Lee on the mound for the 8th inning. He's retired the last 8 men that he's faced. Gave up 2 runs in the 5th. RBI by Gabe Kapler and an RBI double for Jason Bartlett. Speaking of Bartlett, he leads off.
His next pitch will be number 90 for Cliff Lee. Nobody up in the Mariner pen.
Bartlett, Crawford, Zobrist, top of the order for Tampa Bay. Cliff has struck out 5, has not issued a walk. Two and 1. Did he battle back quickly or what? Bartlett, 320 hitter last year. Came inside, didn't get it. Bartlett, 320, 14 home runs and 66 RBI a year ago. Fly ball right field for Ichiro. Back about 3 steps. 1 out, the all-important leadoff man is retired. 1 out here in the 8th. Visit the official online shop of the Seattle Mariners at mariners.com. You browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia and authentic classics for the entire family. Get your gear from the official source, themariners.com shop. Accept no substitutes. Carl Crawford. Stevie Buckner looking. Goes for help at Danley. Kerwin Danley said he did not go.
Well, this is the guy you want to keep off the bases. 60 stolen bases for Carl Crawford last year.
He's something, isn't he? What a hop. Wicked hop base hit for Carl Crawford.
Well, he stings this one right off the side of the mound. Take a look at this hop. It comes up on Figgins. Can't quite get his glove up quick enough. Goes off the heel. I'll have to pay some attention to him over at first base.
Tremendous speed. Crawford. Good bunt. Probably should hold it. He will.
Thick, man. No chance.
Zobrist sets up Longoria first and second. One out.
I think Zobrist, the key is he surprises everybody and then lays down a perfect bunt. No chance for Lopez, who was playing back.
So you get Cliff Lee battling back from 2-0. Sean White getting up the run. Gets the 3-2 on Bartlett. He flies out to right. Wicked hop for Crawford and a perfect bunt by Zobrist.
So far, Cliff Lee's been able to handle Longoria.
He's handled them in their previous matchups, adding on tonight 1 for 10. Longoria comes in swinging a hot bat. Infield. Double play depth. Base hit. Charging his Langer hands. Crawford can fly. Here's the throw at the plate. Got a chance. No, sir. 3-2. Tampa Bay on the RBI by Evan Longoria. And Carl Crawford motors around to give Tampa Bay the lead. And going all the way to third is Zobrist, another guy that can run. 11-game hitting streak now.
Just a solid base hit in the left. Langerhans comes up, makes a pretty good throw, but with Crawford and his speed, just can't quite get there. He's going the whole way. No, not even thinking about stopping him.
Three straight hits off of Cliff Lee produced a 3-2 Tampa Bay lead. One out, runners at the corners. 20th RBI for Longoria. Carlos Pena for 3. Josh Wilson, they get a double play. No, he threw it away. Run's going to score on the E6. Tried to get the inning-ending double play. Couldn't come up with it. Run scores 4-2 Tampa Bay.
And I think he had a chance to get Longoria. Ends up in the dugout.
Tough break. Now Longoria at third. Here's BJ Upton. Didn't take long to turn the fortunes around in this game, did it? Wicked hop, single, bunt, RBI single, E6. Couple of runs. Tough break. One Upton. Pounding him inside. 2-1. BJ 0 for 3 today. Played any replacement last night. Came on as a pinch runner in the 7th. Tampa Bay 5-2 winners last night. The 2-1. That's a base hit. Boy, they can rack them up in a hurry. RBI Upton, his 16th. 5-2. Tampa Bay. Longoria comes around to score.
So Sean White's ready to go. You know, you talk about that racking them up in a hurry. Offensively, look at their club. Really scored. They scored a lot of runs, led the league in runs scored, and average-wise, top of the list.
Runner goes. Look out.
I actually think they caught a break right there. Upton looked like he had a pretty good jump.
And Rays have a nice ball club. 6th in batting. 1st in runs scored. 1st in opponent runs scored. 1st in ERA. One to Pat Burrell.
They won't hurt themselves defensively either.
That's for sure. The coverage they have out there in the outfield.
And the infield. I mean,
sure.
Longoria, Gold Glove caliber third baseman. Bartlett does a nice job at short.
Zobrist can play anywhere. Infield, outfield does a very good job.
We've already seen Pena pick a couple of balls in this series.
It'll be tough to contend with in the American League East. Starting today, a 1-game lead over the Yankees, 5 over Toronto. One-two.
Another good pitch at the bottom of the strike zone. See, Cliff is not happy about it at all. I don't blame him. There's been a couple of pitches right at the knees that he hasn't gotten the call on from C.B. Buckner.
5 runs on 10 hits, no errors for Tampa Bay. 2 runs, 4 hits, and an error for the Mariners. The 2-2 pitch fouled off. Burrell with an infield hit. His 2nd year at Tampa Bay. And the 08 Phillies that beat this ball club in the World Series. The 2-2. Boy, that guy Rob Johnson.
Yeah, took a bite out and probably hit him on his hand, it looked like. And let's see where this one gets him. Fastball, middle of the plate, fouled off right off the hand.
Jeez, on a cold night, are you kidding?
Yeah, now go hit. That's the thing that amazes me about the catcher, especially the ones that can really hit, is they just take a beating.
And he's scheduled to lead off the next inning, a home 8th inning. Oh man, you can see that baby swelling up. Walk and Rick Griffin going out to check that thing, swelling up as we go. Last thing he wanted to have happen.
That one looked like it caught him flush, couple of fingers. See, his hand was, at least his hand was relaxed when the ball hit him. Boy.
On a cold night too, it's 40-something degrees. Bad formula. Ooh, the sound is even sickening. Ooh, good grief. I don't know about you folks at home, but Mike and I just turned away from the screen. Wow. Yeah, you can see it change in color and everything. Runner at first, BJ Upton.
Want to bet he's going?
What do I have in my pocket?
Yeah.
I'd have lost. But I thought for sure he'd
So
take
did
it
I.
off.
Cliff's up to 111 pitches.
He threw a lot of pitches last season for the Phillies. Postseason runner goes. Fouled off. Three-run inning here for Tampa Bay. Two balls, two strikes, two out. Up there. There's a fly ball. Short center field. Gutierrez is there. Damage, though, has been done as Tampa Bay gets 3 runs on 4 hits. No errors. They leave them in and have a 5-2 lead. Temperature in the 40s here, Angie. It is chilly, 5-2. As Tampa Bay just put up 3 runs on 4 hits, getting to Cliff Lee. How about Rob Johnson? He's going to face Matt Garza right now. As you're just with us last half inning, Rob took one right off his right hand. And see Deanna Navarro. Hey, dude, you all right? One catcher to another. You all right? I'm going to call fastballs in on the hands right now on you. But good to see you're out here. Tough of mind and spirit, Rob Johnson.
Amazing.
Really is. They don't pay catchers enough at this level. They really don't. As you mentioned during the break, the great ones that can hit, Piazza, Bench, Barrett, Campanella, going back through the years. That's why they earn, they get the big dollar.
I think about somebody like Pudge Rodriguez too. All those years in Texas when he was catching every game.
In that heat?
Yeah. Our good friend Dave Valley was there as his backup. Was the easiest job he ever had. Well,
right.
Foul catch 5 games for the year. Way to go.
Go get him.
Yeah. He was amazing.
Now Joe Madden's got a righty and a lefty heating up for Matt Garza.
This next pitch for Garza will be 100.
That's out of play. Johnson, a couple of groundouts, a shortstop this evening, 0-for-2. Garza's done a nice job. He's walked just 1. And that's the only walk in the ballgame. That was a 2-out walk in the 7th. Langer hands a wild pitch in second. Mariners couldn't get him in. Two runs on 4 hits, 1 error for the Mariners. 1-1. Fly ball, left center field. Crawford gives way to Upton. 1 out. Take a look at the Jack in the Box in-game box score. Middle of the order has done well. Everybody else is going to struggle. Here's Ichiro. Flips one left field. Crawford can't get it. Base hit.
Just a fastball away from him, flips it out into left field. Talk about Crawford playing deeper than most left fielders against Ichiro earlier in the game. Lobs it out there, nice base hit. Crawford fortunate that ball didn't get by him.
Sean Figgins. Oh for 3 tonight. Plays fastball. Strike one.
He still has a good one. 103 pitches into it.
Slicing drive to Crawford and left. Second out. Stay on top of all the latest Mariner news and happenings by logging on to Mariners.com. You can also follow the Mariners at Facebook.com/Mariners and at Twitter.com/TheRealMariners. You're going to get exclusive offers and content. So log on today. Stay connected with the Seattle Mariners. 2 outs, 1 on. 8th inning, Casey Kotchman. A 1-out double in the 4th, 1 for 3. Garza in 4 previous starts against the Mariners, a 1-1 record, a 9.17 ERA. Two runs came on the Gutierrez 4th inning home run, a 3-1 pitch. Put them in the right field seats, right center field seats. The base hit that Kotchman picked up, that ended a long over. It was 0 for 16 on the homestand. Garza taking plenty of time. Carries a miniature sundial in his pocket.
Gives that spike cleaner on the other side of the mound a workout too, doesn't it?
It does. Boy, oh boy. Got a big lead by Ichiro. 3-0 count. 3-1. On deck hitters Franklin Gutierrez. right to Pena. Been that kind of a run for the Mariners. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left. 5-2. Tampa Bay with Sean White taking over on the mound. (5-2) Tampa Bay. Mariners trying to end a 4-game losing streak. Cliff Lee, he's done after 8 innings. Till the 8th inning, he was outstanding.
Had it working all day for the most part. A lot of first pitch strikes again. A lot of good fastballs. You see the location of them down in the zone on the corners. Had a really good changeup going. You see right there on a strikeout.
Cliff was 22 of 34 in first pitch strikes. Threw 113 on the game. 83 for strikes. 8th inning is Waterloo. 3 runs on 4 hits. Didn't walk anybody. So he's pitched 15 innings without walking anybody in the first 2 games as a Mariner. Taking over is Sean White. Here are the numbers on Mr. White. Navarro is first hitter. Sean White's been 10 days since he pitched last. That was back on April 30th. 2/3 of an inning, scoreless against Texas. Sean White 2-0. On deck hitter. Gotta get a pinch hitter. Reed Brignac. White back with a strike, 3-1. And Sean White's first man is aboard via the walk. So Reed Brignac will pinch hit. And we can tell you that the Civil War of Baseball takes the field this Saturday on FSN when the Beavers of Oregon State do battle with their rivals from Eugene, the Oregon Ducks. First pitch 2 p.m. on FSN and FSN HD. Brignac checked his swing. No, he didn't, says Kerwin Danley. Brignac played at shortstop last night, 0 for 4 with a run batted in. 1 for 4 with a run batted in. As Tampa Bay won the game 5-2. Well struck. Deep right center field. Goody giving chase off the bottom of the fence. Here comes Navarro. It's coming around third. The throw to the plate, not in time, cut off. Pinch hit, RBI double for Reed Brignac. And it's now 6-2 Tampa Bay. Boy, hit that a long way. 405 feet.
On a cool night, gets a fastball, middle in, hits it hard out to right center field. Going to hit it right off the base of the fence. The bottom of the order for the Rays, doing some damage tonight between Navarro and Kapler, and now Pregame back there. They've scored 3 runs and have 2 RBIs at the bottom of the order.
That's not bad. Top of the order, Jason Bartlett. A couple of hits tonight, run batted in. On a strike. So 6-2 Tampa Bay. Team with the best record in the major leagues, best start in club history, and the best road record in the majors. June 1. First base. Doug Edding said he did not go.
Come on, man.
On deck is Carl Crawford.
You're the first base umpire. Who's calling strikes? Come on.
Not close. Sean White not sharp. Walk. RBI double and a walk.
Well, you said it. 10 days.
Yep.
Sean's been out there.
Rick
Adair is going to go have a chat with him. See if he can get him back in the strike zone.
So you get first and second. 2, 3, 4 coming up here for Tampa Bay. Nobody out.
Probably tougher for Sean, too, because he has such a good sinker. Gets that time off, feels strong, and his fastball's moving all over the place, trying to find the strike zone. Work ahead of some hitters is difficult. You know, he comes into the game today with an ERA of 1. Done a nice job, just hasn't had a chance to pitch in a while.
Tough customer here in Carl Crawford. 2 hits, got everything going in the 8th inning with 1 out. A wicked hop base hit over Figgins. Zobrist laid down a bunt. Longoria delivered an RBI single. Line out by Pena. Josh Wilson threw the ball away, then allowed a run scored. One and 0 to Crawford. MVP of the All-Star game last year, Crawford, and that gets away. Runners are going to move up. Pass ball.
Pulls it all the way across. Rob set up on the outside corner and pulls it way inside. Crawford even has to get out of the way of it. Rob just can't get there.
Rob hit a couple of pass balls in the 11th inning Sunday against Texas in a 3-1 loss. Kennecoa Teixeira gets up. And Sean White 3-0. 5th pass ball for Rob.
Mariners have the infield up. Getting in a little bit of trouble, starting to work their way towards the middle of the order for the Rays.
3-0 pitch. Not close. The base is loaded for Ben Zobrist. A fine pickle here in the 9th. Oh boy.
And they move the middle of the infield back, so they'll try to turn and double play and give up a run. Still nobody out.
Zobrist with a beautiful bunt. And down the third baseline last time up. Ball one. Struggle for Sean White.
And Rob's trying to mix things up. A lot of times you can get the pitcher back in the strike zone with his fastball by throwing a couple of breaking balls, but he's missing with that too as Teixeira hustles up out in the pen trying to get loose.
Oh boy, 2-0.
Well,
and you're talking about a dangerous hitter here in Zobrist. 27 homers, 91 ribbies last year, a .297 batting average.
I can't recall the last time we've seen Sean struggle like this with the strike zone. 18 pitches, 14 balls for him.
Not been a good ninth inning. Walk, RBI double, walk, and a walk. Pass ball mixed in, bases loaded. Nice save by Rob Johnson. Yikes, 3-0. And that's strike in the inside corner. Good pitch here. 3-1, bases loaded, nobody out. 3-2. Line drive right field. Ichiro makes the catch. Tagging is Brignac. He scores. And moving from second to third is Bartlett. 7-2. Tampa Bay. Zobrist with an RBI, his 12th. Later on tonight, Calgary Hitmen go for the series sweep of Tri-City in Game 4 of the Western Hockey League Championships. We're going to bring it to you tonight, 11 o'clock here in FSN and FSN HD. So Don Wakamatsu going to have to get Sean White. Kanakoa Teixeira will take over. With one out, runners at the corners, and Tampa Bay with a big cushion here at Safeco Field. Back here at Safeco, ineffective night for Sean White. Walks 3, gives up a run. And now Kanakoa Teixeira takes over. Third pitcher tonight for the Mariners. Cliff Lee started, went 8 innings. 10 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, no walks, 5 strikeouts. Teixeira in his 8th game. And his mission, and he's decided to accept it, is to go after Evan Longoria. The hottest hitters in the game right now, coming off an RBI single in the 8th. Bouncing ball, Lopez gets the 1 at second base, but a run scores. Jason Bartlett scoring, making it 8-2. Go to Strace RBI. What an inning, huh? These last 2 innings, 8th and 9th. 7 men to the plate in the 8th inning. 7th man right here in this inning, the 9th. Peña's been held in check 0 for 4. No play. This ball club has been playing quite well. Tampa Bay. Understatement. #1 scoring team in the American League. Give you an idea, Tampa Bay at 152 coming into tonight. The Mariners are dead last at 88.
That East is something. You talked about Tampa and how well they've played and what they've done on the road, and they still just have a 1-game lead against New York coming into tonight.
Couldn't hold up. Rob Johnson. Tag on Peña, and the inning is over. More damage done here by Tampa Bay. They put another 3-spot up and lead 8-2. The 9th here at Safeco, we take a look at our Jaguar performer of the game. 4th inning, Franklin Gutierrez with 1 out. And Kochman aboard, having doubled. A 3-1 pitch, and he drives it out right center field. And that ends a string of 76 in the 3rd innings for the Mariners since their last home run, which was hit by Gutierrez back on April 25th in Chicago on a 1-1 pitch in the 4th inning against John Danks. Goody's going to lead off here in the 9th. 4, 5, and 6. Gutierrez, Griffey, and Lopez. How about these Tampa Bay Rays? 3 runs on 4 hits in the 8th, 3 runs on 1 hit in the 9th, and now Grant Balfour takes over after Garza goes 8 strong innings.
Balfour ERA just over 2, 12 innings for him, 12 strikeouts. He does throw hard. Opponent's average just 200.
Ben Zobrist moves from second base to right field. Reed Brignac takes over at second base. A lot of interchangeable parts for Joe Madden, the fifth-year manager.
Well, it's all set up because of Zobrist and his ability to play all over the place.
And hit with power, too. You look at those numbers from last year, 27 and 90-something.
Yeah, and we talked about Tampa and what their offense has done, and he hasn't hit a home run yet this year.
It's scary. They're 6th in home runs. Now for hard-throwing Australian. Line on Sean White, not good. He hadn't performed in a while. We hadn't seen him since the 30th. It goes a third of an inning, a hit, 3 runs all earned, 3 walks. Two and one. Gutierrez from Grant Balfour. Good friends with Ryan Roland Smith. Balfour's from Sydney, Australia. Back through the box, base hit, Gutierrez. Well, Guti heating up again after he went through a little dry spell. First time the Mariners have had the leadoff man aboard.
It's a solid base hit back up the middle, gets a fastball away from him. Actually breaks his bat, hits it off the end of the bat a little bit.
Boy, the pieces all over. That boy had a little extra work to do. Ken Griffey Jr. 1 for 3, ground rule double in the 4th.
And he had the shift on Junior again.
Balfour in his 6th year in the major leagues. One to Junior. Balfour 5 and 4 last year, 73 games, had 4 saves. Bouncing ball, Pena. Did he stay on the base? No. Throw. Pulls.
Longoria.
That's what I thought it was. I was just double checking that.
No, they had the shift on, so Longoria came across.
Tough play.
Take another look at it. Just can't quite keep his foot on the base.
Well, he did well to just get it in his glove, too. Aaron Carlos Pena, 2nd of the season. Tampa Bay 3 runs in the 8th, 3 in the 9th. Blown open what was a 2-2 game through 7. Down low, Lopez 0 for 3. One of many Mariners due to really stick to get hot. Hadn't happened yet. Tuno. Hope he 3 for his last 21. There's Joe Madden in the glasses. Jim Hickey on the right, the taller gentleman. He's the pitching coach. Dave Martinez on extreme right, bench coach. Lopez to left field. Crawford back. Upton will take it. And a runner's hold. That's what you talked about earlier. Great speed out there. They can run that a lot.
You mentioned it too with Zobrist. He actually runs better than I thought. I mean, you know about Crawford and Upton, but Zobrist runs well too, so that entire outfield covers the ground.
1 out here in the 9th inning. 2 on first and second for the Mariners for Ryan Langerhans. Grant Balfour on in relief of the starter Matt Garza. Langerhans 0 for 2 with a walk. Two and 0. Mariners' big inning was the 4th. The 2 runs on 3 hits they left them in. The other innings, they've had 1 hit in the 3rd and 1 in the 8th, in addition to the 1 here in the 9th. 3-0. Josh Wilson, your on deck hitter. Three and 1. Balfour in his 3rd full-time, make that 4th full-time year with Tampa Bay. Then with Milwaukee and Minnesota. Langerhans earns a walk, bases loaded. Puts Gutierrez at 3rd, Griffey to 2nd. Jim Hickey, the pitching coach, going out to speak to Balfour. 2nd time in a row that Langerhans has drawn a walk. Sure, one of many things Jim Hickey saying, son, you got a 6-run lead.
Yeah, well, there was an error behind him too.
Josh Wilson, the hitter, 0 for 2 against Balfour. Joe Madden, who's grooving to the greatest hits of 1976 pregame today. Yesterday he had Hot Rocks, the Rolling Stones greatest hits. He's cranking them too on his iPhone yesterday.
I wonder if he's had his bike out riding around town.
I don't think today.
You seen that bike he travels with?
Yeah, he's something. Strike 1 to Josh. How about that, Joe? Doesn't appear that Joe has the hoodie on tonight. He was talking to him about that.
You can't tell just because he has 3 other jackets on.
Back up the middle. It's going to get thrown. They do get 1 force out of run scores. That's a heck of a play. Bartlett to Brignac. Run does score. And retired is Langerhans. Wow.
We'll take a look at it, see if he can get his foot on the base. Nice job of reaching back with his bare hand to make the catch. Ah, looks like his toe hit it.
Just got enough, huh? So 2 outs, a run in. Pinch hitter Mike Sweeney. He'll pinch hit for Rob Johnson. Eight-3 ball game. Mike Sweeney is a pinch hitter. 0 for 3, 1 for 3 with an RBI. Griffey moved up to 3rd on that play. Josh Wilson aboard at 1st. Andy Choate, left-hander. Staying ready just in case. Sweeney drives one down the line. Foul ball. There's the career numbers for Sweeney against Balfour. 2 outs. Runners at the corners, 2-1 to Mike Sweeney. Two and two. The Oakland Athletics, they took out Texas. They move into first place in the AL West. There's Sweeney, and he strikes out, and that'll do it for this ball game as the Mariners lose to the Rays 8-3. That's 5 consecutive losses by the Mariners, and the offense continues to struggle. It's a tough go, boys.
Well, it is, and you get a 2-run home run from Gutierrez in the 4th, and the Mariners just can't add anything on until the 1 run in the 9th. And Cliff Lee was really throwing a nice ball game. Things fell apart for him in the 8th. They're just going to have to come back tomorrow and try it again.
So 5 consecutive losses for the Mariners, who dropped to 11-16. And the Rays take their best record in the American League and in Major League Baseball, raise it to 20-7 and an amazing 11-1 on the road. Right now, we send it out to Brad Adam in center field for Mariners Live.
Dave, thank you.